Hi everybody, so excited. This is a wonderful new feature on my website called Ask Isaac, and it's you guys asking me questions through my website, helloisaac.com. You go there and you guys ask me questions, and I've never heard these questions before. My wonderful producer is gonna feed me them from off camera.
Isaac, do you miss your talk show, and would you ever do it again?
You know, I miss my talk show a lot. And I would love to do it again. I feel like talk shows are so, they're at these crossroads. I literally don't think there's like one talk show that kind of has come at us recently that has a kind of freshness about it. You know, it's like, I would like to reinvent the talk arena. I mean, like, I love watching the talk shows I love because I love the personalities. Like, I love Stephen Colbert's show because I love him, you know? I love Andy Cohen's show because I love Andy's personality and I want to talk to Andy, you know? I think, like, you know, as fabulous network late night talk shows, Colbert's really got it covered, you know? And as like sort of amazing, quirky kind of clubhouse talk shows, Andy's got it covered. So my point is that I would really love to kind of find my own idea of a talk show. And I'm actually working on something. I hope that it comes through.
Do you collect anything?
I collect a lot of things. Paste jewelry, which is crazy. You know, fake, beautiful fake jewelry, whether it's provenential like Schiaparelli or something like that, or if it's just nonsense, but really good nonsense. I collect books. I have a huge number of really good books. And I'm not exactly sure what they're worth anymore. They used to be priceless, you know, like first editions and stuff. I'm not really sure what they're worth anymore. Well, I collect textiles. That's pretty obvious. I have a huge collection of textiles. I mean, I collect socks. I'm just thinking of what I have, like giant tons and tons and tons of. I have a lot of dishes. Yeah.
Why dishes?
I don't know, you know? Whenever I buy dishes, I buy like a lot of sets of them, you know? Like, I buy like 24 of things because I think, you know, you never know when you're gonna have 24 people over and you just want everything to match and be really elegant. That's what my mother used to say. She'd say like, you never know when you can have the entire family for Seder, so you want 24.
Colleen Geary wants to know, you are a tremendous colorist. Do you think that this is a special gift or is it something that can be developed?
I don't consider myself a colorist as much as someone who is color obsessed, you know? And it's a big part of my work in every single avenue of it. Like, you know, in my design work, in my theater work, in my performance work, color is a very, very, very big kind of subject. I was talking about this in literature, you know, like books kind of just scream colors at me. And not necessarily just descriptions of colors, because like in Proust, if you read a lot of Proust, he talks a lot about color. But even if you're reading like Emily Bronte and you know everything there is gray or black, it still comes across as a kind of a color, like general colors. It's almost like a synesthesia or something. You know, when I hear music, I see colors a lot, right? And when I read books, they come across in color to me a lot. So, seriously.
TV writer Fosho4 on Instagram asks, what is one fashion trend you wish you could burn in hell?
I don't know, you know, when I was younger, there were certain fashion trends I hated. And now I don't mind anything that much, you know? I don't give it enough time to hate it so much, right? I used to hate like lip liner, like dark lip liner a lot. I hate dark lip liner. You know, like brown lip liner with like red lipstick. I hate that more than almost anything in the world. I hate sheer, like colored sheer hose because I hate what they do to like people's flesh tones. Whereas I love sheer black ones because they just make everyone's legs kind of look beautiful.
Lori Thompson just watched your Netflix recommendation, Dating Around, and loved it.
Oh,
Do
right.
you have any other Netflix recommendations?
Well, I have a Hulu recommendation, which is this series called Please Like Me. I just think it's the best show in the world. I love it so much, especially if you're gay and Australian. It's great. Maybe she's gay and Australian. Maybe she'll like it.
This is a question from Bonnie. Bonnie wants to know, looking back on the documentary that you made years ago, is there anything that makes you really proud, and is there anything that makes you cringe?
I mean, I haven't seen Unzipped in such a while. And, you know, I tend to not like watching myself, right? I mean, I'm proud of that movie in general because it preceded so much of what came after it, you know? Like, there weren't that many films about fashion or documentaries about fashion before that, you know? And afterwards, there were so many. It's like become an industry unto itself, you know, based on Unzipped, right? So I'm pretty proud of the marker of that, right? It also predates reality TV, you know, which reality TV is kind of like a series documentary, except it's usually sillier than what we used to think of as documentaries, right? Documentaries used to be things that really taught you stuff about like violin makers or something, or like, you know, Russian dance companies or something, you know? The thing I cringe about from Unzipped is that the shape of the movie sort of describes this young person who is obsessed with the reviews, you know, and you know that's the story arc. Like bad reviews, I get bad reviews. I'm really depressed. I pull myself together. I do this great show, and at the end, I get great reviews, right? And it like, wow, I'm so happy, right? That's the end. And in fact, you know, I don't really put that much store in reviews. I don't. I mean it. The only thing I care about vis-a-vis reviews is, you know, selling stuff, especially in fashion. If you have to sell clothes, then if the review is bad, people aren't going to buy them, you know? Or if you have to put on a show and get people to buy tickets, if the reviews are bad, then you're not going to sell that many tickets, you know?
If you ever had to run for political office, what would your platform be? Like, what's one thing you would want to achieve if you were a politician?
The platform would be like probably glitter platform, you know, like a glitter platform about that high. Well, I think, you know, like, I would probably like go for it, you know, like, I would just look at everything that I hate about the world and just do the exact opposite, right? I feel like we need some kind of crazy alternative to what's going on right now. And it has to be like, it has to be the opposite, you know? That's why I loved Obama so much, because it was so hopeful and so fresh and so new, you know? But it was also steeped in politics. I mean, the Obamas were politicians, right? They were great politicians. So I would love something that felt more kind of society-oriented, more like careful about society. You know, one that was like the platform that was all about healthcare, that was all about equal rights, that was all about, you know, right? It'd be so great. Wouldn't everybody have to vote for that?
Do you consider yourself an extrovert or an introvert, or a mix?
You know, I have to say that everybody is an extrovert and an introvert. You know, and some people are more extroverted and more introverted. I mean, I feel like I'm very, very shy, which is why I make it such a point to go out there. I force myself to go out there all the time to like meet people and engage with people and talk to people, because otherwise I would be a lump in the corner, you know? Also, I am so lazy and I go the other way because I'm so lazy. Does that make sense, right? Like, if you know you're lazy by nature, then you're going to really force yourself to do stuff. Same thing.
Do you have a favorite comedian right now? Do you watch stand-up?
Michelle Buteau is crazy.
Genius.
Michelle Buteau, I would say Michelle Buteau is crazy funny and I love her. She's just hilarious, Michelle Buteau. Yeah, there it is.
A question from Twitter.
Okay.
How do you deal with stage fright?
The best way to deal with stage fright is to stay on stage, right? Like, keep going on stage every single day and every single night, as much as you can. And then eventually it sort of dissipates as you keep doing it. The fear of getting in front of people and making a fool of yourself gets less and less, because you keep at it, you know, and you keep getting better at not making a fool of yourself. And I'll tell you, like, if I haven't been on stage for a long time, it can, you know, stage fright might get the best of me. But I feel like if you're prepared, which I am, right, to go on stage and do what I'm supposed to do, the only thing that can mess you up is stage fright. Really, it's like the only thing that can mess you up is fear. So, like, the other thing is, like, fake it till you make it, right? Like, if you just keep breathing and keep telling yourself you're not scared, then eventually you, like, walk on stage and you pretend not to be scared, and then by the third minute, you're not scared. That's a lot of technique I just revealed.